Hey, so I am going to give you a little bit of feedback on FreddyFeedback. It's kind of meta to say this, but I love the look of your homepage, but I think there's a few things you can improve that will definitely help you to convert a little bit more people into early access, or at least to check out and understand your product a little bit better. So the first thing, I like the look of Freddy. That's a very polished way to represent your mascot. What I don't like about this is that he's not really doing anything other than waving. So because Freddy feedback is about giving feedback, maybe you can put him, looking towards the headline, so the H1 and the H2, and in the with the intent of like maybe whispering into someone's ear some feedback or handing some information to someone. Um, I like the look of this website, but I think there's one problem. There's too much text and it's too packed together. There's not enough white space in between the sections. So for example, usually what happens is people they read this part, right? This get feedback, move forward, then they read the subtitle, and then there's a call to action. And then as they scroll down, because they're interested, they read about what is the problem that you're addressing and what is the benefit of using your tool, and also the features that will basically be useful to your users to solve their problems, right? And that way, a user can see himself or herself using a product and saying, yeah, I totally need this feature to solve this problem, and that's why I'm gonna buy this or I'm gonna sign up for this. I think that your website is full of information, but it's not organized in the best way. So let's dig a little bit more into this. So first thing, your call to action is up here, but as people read, they tend to ignore this call to action up at the top right. Instead, what they do is they like to have it appearing as it naturally flows with their reading. Then, because you have so much information under here, you don't really have a call to action here, which I might understand why you haven't put a call to action here, and that is, people still don't know what they're buying, so why would I have a call to action? Well, that's why you put a call to action that's like an email gathering, because you want to have your hero, so this part here, to be super strong and kind of like you did, provide enough information so people are like, you know what, I want to sign up with my email address so that I can get updates on when this product will launch. So scrolling down, the second part is this insightful feedback. So this is basically what I would put instead of get feedback, move forward, because what the problem is, right, is Freddy helps you get insightful feedback. And in the H2, I would put, why is that? Why is Freddy better at gathering feedback than anybody else? And that's where I would like give a little understanding or a little explanation of what you do different than everybody else and why your solution is better and why it solves the problem. And at the same time, you want to grab their attention, and you're not trying to like explain everything your product does, but you need to have some kind of like magnet so that people are interested enough that they will scroll to the next section, which is this one here. So I'd come up with something different here. So what I would do is maybe use some of this text. Do you know what your customers think about your product features, your pricing, marketing, documentation, FAQs? So maybe here the question addressed is, do you know what your customers, think about literally everything you said, right? So how do you break this text down so that you address all these like problems that people have? People are basically not sure that the feedback they get is honest. They don't know if the feedback they get is sometimes they don't even get feedback first. Second, they don't know if it's honest. And third, they don't know who it's coming from, right? So how do you try to solve this issue? Well, it looks like you have a widget with, some kind of like analytics, and then you somehow improve, get better based on feedback. I would like to explore this more. I'm surprised you don't have some kind of links here that tells me more about how to improve, how to understand, and how to install. I love this call to action. This, it's this rendering of this Freddy, pretty cool. So then you have this thing, so you open it, and here we come. This is like a live demo, right? So try out this combination. 5 emojis, score only, or thumbs. Let's do the thumbs. Did this FAQ article answer your question? Yes, no. Okay. So you do yes, and then you can add some more information, and I get from the widget you grab analytics on maybe, if you're in a logged in product, it will grab their username and your email, etc., etc., etc. And I feel like, widget types is also cool. I wonder if there's a way to like mix these two parts together so that as you test it, you can also test different looks. And then you hit me again with these three things, right? These are like the features of the widget. Well, these are the features of the product. So this is kind of like all kind of like glued together. It's kind of hard to understand. And then simple and powerful. So this is like super generic, simple and powerful. I mean, everybody, and their families and their grandmothers, everyone's saying the same stuff. Oh yeah, our solution is simple and powerful. Use the dashboard to get an overview and do a deep dive where needed. I mean, you need to be a little bit more specific and, show me examples of why your feedback dashboard is the best in the world. So here, you have like dashboard, source, users. So instead of having this kind of titles, maybe you can ask this as questions. So like, want to own your own data? We have data export. Looking for specific feedback? We have power search. Are you like a data geek? We have trend analysis. So that basically answers directly some of the questions that people have. They're like, oh, well, I need definitely some, I'm a data geek. I need this, or I totally don't want to leave the data stuck with the platform if I ever decide to export it. So this, question answer kind of approach is much better than just giving, this generic, so to speak, again, title. So how is FreddyFeedback different? So here's where you have some kind of a table where you compare yourself to other companies, right? So this is very good. So what I like to do here is have like a bunch of different companies, and don't be afraid of like dropping names, because that's literally the whole point, is you want to show how your product is so much better and how you fix the issues that the rest of the industry has not been able to fix. That's where you use data to make your point super clear, super, well, I guess clear was the right word. And then pricing, okay. So this is interesting. Again, there's a lot of text, but I understand why you did that. It's kind of neat. So all of the plans get this, and on top of that, you can choose between this and this plan. Now, where's the call to action? Some people are, like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to like sign up as soon as this product is ready. Ready for inflow of valuable feedback, get early access. So okay, so this is great. You give me good reasons for signing up now. So there's nothing to say about this. And then the footer, super clean, very good looking. Get early access, follow us, contact us. So another thing I would add, like I tell most people, is tell me about your company, about you, why are you building this, who's behind it, how do I, can I see some of, the stuff that you've written in the past that gives a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for here? It makes your product a little bit more serious, right? Like instead of this product being built by just a developer, like kind of like what you did in Indie Hackers. You said, hey, I'm a product manager, and sometimes it's really tough to get real valuable feedback. So we built this. So I would look for some pages like that. Also, it's great for SEO and another bunch of other stuff. I hope this sums it up pretty much, and I hope that this has been somewhat useful. If it did, well, feel free to like this video, or you can follow me on Twitter if you have more questions or if something was not clear. I put all this information in the video description, so check it out. Other than that, good luck with your launch, and yeah, have a great day.